Hi guys, and welcome back to Riley's on the Road.
We were in Tampa for a week, then headed down to Key West, Florida for 10 days.
Let's check out what happened.
The drive from Tampa to Key West was a little more than 400 miles. We stopped overnight at Miami Everglades halfway through, then continued on the Overseas Highway through all the major keys to get to the southernmost city in the continental United States.
There's a place called Kokomo. That's where you wanna go to get away from it all.
Once there, we stayed on a nice Navy base and were fortunate enough to get a full hookup site. The base was right next to the ocean, which was so nice. Even though there was no beach, we still got to snorkel and swim.
We, of course, had to visit the southernmost point of the continental United States while we were in Key West. It's only 90 miles away from Cuba, which is crazy. We went and visited Fort Zachary Taylor State Park. We got a ranger-led tour of the fort that was very informative. It was manned in the Civil War by the Union Army and was the longest-serving U.S. coastal fortification, serving all the way through World Wars I and II, for a total of 83 years. Another little fun fact is that we're distantly related to the namesake of the fort, the 12th U.S. President Zachary Taylor. After we had a picnic lunch, we went to a nearby beach. There was crazy surf, but we got little key lime pie bars as a treat.
David and I had a great time on our adult night out with friends.
On Sunday, we got key lime pie. It was so delicious. My mom and I got mini pies, my dad got it on a stick, and my sisters got ice cream.
I had a blast making dragon fruit cake with starfruit topping.
One day, we got to go to Bahia Honda State Park. We brought a friend and got to meet up with some of Gemma's friends and her family. First, we went to the swimming side and enjoyed some time there. Then we went to the other side, where we saw tons of critters, including lots of crabs, fish, and conchs. One of the conchs Melina found was very lively. The next day, we went to the Florida Keys Eco Discovery Center. It was cool, with some really nice people who had lots of facts to tell us. The museum itself was pretty small, though it did have a movie.
We went to downtown Key West to try some conch fritters and eat some yummy Cuban food for dinner. Then we met up with our friends to watch a beautiful sunset and look around the shops. It was a great way to spend our last day in the Keys.
We were really grateful to stay on base in Key West. I had tried for 3 years to secure a spot through Thousand Trails, Florida State Parks, and the Navy to get a spot and finally got one. We were doubly blessed when I called to shorten our stay and a full hookup spot became available when previously we had reserved a spot for dry camping only, which is the majority of the spots on Sigsbee. All in all, we're glad we went, glad we had air conditioning, glad our friends were there at the same time, and highly recommend the Cuban food restaurant we went to.
It was amazing seeing friends, and the Keys were beautiful.
See you next time on Riley's on the Road. Bye!